The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
Hello and thanks for joining us. I'm Carol Kidu Jr.
And I'm Mary Silla Kelleton. Join me later in the sports segment.
The Private Business Committee has refused to include the vote of confidence, on the notice paper. Acting Speaker of Parliament Connie Igwan made this announcement in Parliament today, drawing an uproar from the opposition. Igwan, when delivering the decision by the Private Business Committee, who met on Wednesday, informed Parliament he would explain to the mover of the motion the reasons on why the motion was not included.
Following the lie-in state of the late Education Minister and the conclusion of the question time, the Speaker announced the Private Business Committee's decision to refuse the notice of a vote of no confidence against the Prime Minister.
Honourable members, I must inform the Parliament in regard to the notice of motion of no confidence in the Prime Minister, Honourable James Marpe, member for Taripori Open, that was delivered to me on the 14th of February. The Private Business Committee deliberated on the notice of motion of no confidence yesterday, 21st February at 12:30 p.m. at the Speaker's Lounge. The committee is aware of this very important constitutional motion and the process for it. We also note that this notice of no confidence is a matter of national importance. On this occasion, the committee is of the view that this notice of motion of no confidence will not be placed on the notice paper. The mover of the motion, the notice of motion of no confidence, be informed of the reason in due course.
This announcement did not go down well with the opposition.
The notice of motion, the relevant notice of motion is the one dated 20th of February and not the 14th of February, which was withdrawn. And that is a requirement of Standing Orders 136, that any motion before it is placed on the notice paper can be withdrawn.
A new notice of motion dated 20th, which you received and the clerk.
Honourable member,
you need to clarify to the Parliament.
Member for Sinasina Yangumul Karangakua interjected and raised concerns on the importance of treating such matters of national importance with utmost priority and demanded that the reasons of refusal to be made known to Parliament.
Quite concerning that a matter of great national importance, being the VONC that we have filed, is not going to see the day of light in this chamber here. We need clarity on the ruling of the Private Business Committee. That reason needs to be given to us because we potentially have recourse in other avenues, but we can't go to those other avenues until we get the ruling. So we need you, Mr. Speaker, to give us the reason why. Why number one, the new notice that has been filed has not reached your attention. You're making a ruling on the previous notice, but the ruling of the 20th, which you have personally signed as received, you're not addressing it now, number one. And number two, the committee is not stating its reasons why it cannot be dealt with now. Today, Thursday, is meant for private members' matters.
However, Igwan was adamant with his decision to speak to the mover of the motion.
The mover of this motion will be given more information on due course on what it is, what the committee have decided. So I've already made a decision on that. I will not entertain any more point of order.
He then used his powers as the Speaker and overruled the point of orders and adjourned Parliament to May 28, 2023 at 2 p.m.
Honorable members, I now adjourn Parliament to Tuesday 28, 2024 at 2 o'clock p.m.
The opposition filed two separate motions last week. The first, filed on February 14, was rejected by the Private Business Committee due to minor defects on the application form. The second motion was filed on February 20, 2023, which the Deputy Speaker also refused with reasons only known to the PBC. Freddie Moe, TVWAN News.
The opposition has decried the actions of the Speaker, calling it a deliberate action to sabotage the constitutional process of a vote of no confidence. The opposition is now in the process of seeking legal advice on their next course of action, given that they can't run to the court when the matter has not been fully processed by Parliament.
Clearly, the private Business Committee met yesterday, as the Speaker has alluded to. They made a decision yesterday, but the Speaker refused to disclose the reason for a decision to defer, for a decision not to put it on the notice paper today. It's supposed to be on the notice paper today, which is important because once that is done, then it will trigger a 7-day notice. I think that's a sabotage of a constitutional process. A very serious sabotage. We need to know first what they've decided, whether they've accepted or rejected. And if they've rejected, then on what basis? These are the things they have to tell us, because when we go to court, we're able to tell the court that this is what they have done, they've dealt with it, and this is the reason they've given for not accepting it. And then the court will be able to decide whether that is correct or not correct.
The opposition has also raised concerns of the composition of the Private Business Committee.
There is no bipartisan committee. It's supposed to be government and opposition in that committee. They tactfully removed Governor Allenberg, who was a member of the Private Business Committee, from that committee. And if they did, because he is opposition's nominee, they would have appointed another member from the opposition to be member of that committee.
Wagoya Station on Misima Island, plagued by power outages for a year, celebrated the restoration of electricity thanks to a new 500-kilowatt generator to complement its existing hydropower plant. Initiated by Minister for Samarai Mura Isi Henry Leonard, the endeavor has addressed long-standing neglect, ensuring vital establishments like Misima Hospital and Misima Secondary School receive uninterrupted power. The successful generator installation at 2 a.m. last Sunday signifies a significant stride towards resolving Misima Island's persistent power challenges. The Waigani Committal Court yesterday arraigned 3 cashiers of Eliseo Rainbow Plaza for stealing over 160,000 kina belonging to the company.
Cashiers Ellis Nahi, 26 years old, from Awadi village, Okapa, Eastern Island Province; Leah Doyaga, 28 years old, from Babaga, Suua village, Kwikila Central Province; and Michaelin Stephen, 23 years old, from Vavin village, Kairuku Central Province, were arraigned on Wednesday for stealing over 160,000 kina belonging to Eliseo Rainbow Plaza. Leah and Michaelin appeared before the court yesterday to hear their charges, while Ellis was absent in court. It was alleged that on Thursday, 8th of February 2024, at Gerau Rainbow Plaza between 8 a.m. to 12 p.m., the accused conspired and shared the confidential computer passcode amongst each other, and using that passcode, knowingly made numerous systematic refunds and collected the refunded monies from the teller machine without the supervisor's or the manager's knowledge. It was alleged that the accused knew the computer system well and knew how to make refunds of items without using the scan cards, which is only in the possession of the supervisors and managers of the store. These scan cards have computer barcodes that enables the cashier to refund items for money or change items upon customer request. The computer barcodes on the scan cards contain 8 digits. When it is inserted into the computer system, will allow the cashier to refund items. It was alleged that on the 6th of February 2024, the operations director, Max Lee, was watching the CCTV in the office when he noticed one of the cashiers refunding items by herself without customer and using the passcode which she was not supposed to. After observing this, the director promptly informed the branch manager, where an internal investigation was conducted, leading to the reveal of the identity of the 3 accused. All accused were arrested and charged for 1 count of stealing, pursuant to Section 3721 of the Criminal Code Act, Chapter 262. They were detained at Burko Police Station but administered their constitutional rights stimulated under Section 42(2) of the PNG National Constitution and got released on a police bail of 3,000 kina. Presiding Magistrate Paul Ni explained to the first-time offenders of their charges and the process of the court. While adjourning the matter, Ni said it is now the responsibility of the police to put together the police sender brief and submit to court when the matter returns on 25th March 2024 for mention. Meanwhile, the magistrate asked Elise to appear in court on February 27, 2024 to hear her charges due to her absence yesterday. Tracy Pa, TV1 News.
The National Fisheries Authority of Papua New Guinea has joined forces with the Japan International Cooperation Agency to renovate the waterfront facilities of the National Fisheries College. Instruments were signed today to mark the beginning of the NFC Waterfront Facilities Redevelopment Project, with responsibilities outlined from preparatory studies to construction pending approval from Japan. The project aims to enhance NFC's infrastructure and introduce new courses bolstering the region's fisheries sector. JICA emphasized its commitment to the project, commemorating 50 years of cooperation with Papua New Guinea. The initiative underscores efforts to promote sustainable fisheries in the country and the broader Pacific region. This is TV1 News. Stay tuned for more of the day's other stories after the break.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
He says the best Hunters players come from his region. So does she. But there's one thing that brings everyone together. SB Laga, Bunyamyumi.
Open nets.
Hiya, Mama. You wait time, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magic Kakaru, get up and big smile on face. Time for give chicken a great kumutu. Sip sip da mumu, yes magic from you.
Maggi, the taste PNG loves.
Right across the nation, we eat snacks crackers. Emi trupla. All get a young planalapun, only like him snacks crackers. Only make him here, no PNG, one-time lay biscuit company. It's crunchy and tasty. It's irresistible.
Superstition ain't the way. No, 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 no.
I want the PNG government to have that capability.
I cried and I did it.
Scope returns this Sunday with more in-depth stories of people, places, and events from around the country and region. Join Tracy Parr this Sunday at 7 p.m. for Scope on TVWAN.
Welcome back. JAX PNG launched the 2024 Design PNG competition today with the revealing of its new collection by its new designer, Israel Clyde Nabor. Local designers around PNG are encouraged to participate in this competition to showcase their skills and products.
The JAX PNG Design competition has been running for 4 years now and has helped identify and expose local designers. Entries for the 2024 competition will close on the 22nd of May, and winners of the competition will be announced on the 23rd. 3 winners will win 2,000 kina each for participating in the competition and a minimum of 10,000 kina to be paid out to each winner as royalty.
Every time we're looking for something unique, something that tells a story. This country has got enormous amount of the color, the culture, the vast variety of culture, the floral, and also the different regions with different designs. So it makes a great, it makes a very difficult job for judges to actually judge for what the designs are because of the variety of the submissions we get. And I have to say that a lot of our people are very, very artistic and very talented. Sometimes after winners are announced, we still go back to other designers again and we keep releasing in as we're doing today. Because
apart from the previous winners, JAX identified many potential designers and has been working closely with them. Collection designer Israel Clyde Nabor is one of them. Clyde, who hails from Siasi Island in Morbe province, was inspired by his home lifestyle, creating the designs on the new JAX collection, which were out for display today. He was present during the launch to showcase the new design collection and was given a check of 17,100 kina as royalty for the collection design.
The name TVWAN is originated from Siasi Island, my own, and it is also commonly found in other parts of West Lubritan province. The design, the TVWAN, has long head, and it has a long grasket. The grasket covers its whole body. So in general, TVWAN design best, the patterns on the design best represents the normal lifestyle of the island people. The other design is from Milne Bay province, especially the Trobriand Islands. It is called Lagim in Trobriand Island. It is called splashboard. Okay, the splashboard is used on large canoes from the Trobriand Islanders during the times of cooler trade. The design on the splashboard, it is a symbol of a bird, and the Trobriand Islanders people, they believe that the bird represents good luck when they trade.
CEO for City Pharmacy Limited Group, Naveen Raju, also shared that Jax has been working with 11 designers with a total royalty worth 112,375 kina 18 toya. Jasmine Erujak, TV1 News.
CEO of the CPL Group, Naveen Raju, also highlighted the loss Jax PNG encountered on January 10th. Jax had a retail shop in Geruhu which went down in flames on Black Wednesday. The Geruhu retail store was in operation since June 2022.
It's well known out there that CPL was affected badly with the 4 supermarkets, but the fact is that is not very well known is that Jax also lost a shop. Small shop that was doing really well, and unfortunately everything went up, everything's gone. And as to when we're going to open something in that area, we don't know. So I would like to thank our Jax Geruhu manager and the staff who are still employed by us, is still working within our shops. And I would also like to say that they were very brave and strong on the day and managed to get out of the shop before all of that happened. That's obviously known to everyone.
The New Island Development Corporation and Arrow Trading Limited have forged a joint venture agreement worth nearly 10 million kina to develop a modern wholesale and retail supermarket complex in Kavieng. Under the agreement, NIDC will secure a 20% equity stake with an option for an additional 10%, while Arrow Trading will manage operations. Construction is set to begin within 2 months, with NIDC reducing monthly rental fees during the 18-month construction period. The partnership is a step forward in promoting economic growth and business confidence in New Island Province. And now the finance news. The kina closed unchanged at $0.2663 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our kina was buying $0.2588 $0.3922 Australian dollars, $0.2316 euro, and 38.57 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, coffee, cocoa, copra, and copper closed higher. The rest is trading lower. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, ASX closed lower, and all ordinaries closed higher as well. TV1 News continues after the break with what's making headlines overseas.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo in milk taste and added nutrients, Milo in milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Pine PNG made.
Number one supay like money belong all member is tap long pela time more time all lusim work pinis. One time number one super retirement savings account. Mipla can invest in na grow money belong you. Now you can withdraw or kiss money low time you need him. All of him you lo making money belong you stop long time more. Kind of same you kiss money yet. That's all you know more work. Number one super retirement savings account. Come look in Mipla now lo save more.
Papua New Guinea. We love a reason for a family gathering. A reason to play. A reason to ignite the flame. A reason to cook the best with the best. Flame Oil, now PNG made for PNG cooking. Flame Oil, winning taste.
Get the Scale year started want a chance to win him Scale school money blow all Pikinini. Scale Rice has 200 chances to win 1,000 Kina Scale school money. Simply buy any Scale or Scale Ori Rice products. Write your full name and contact details on the back of your store receipt and drop your receipt into the entry box in store. Promotional terms and conditions apply.
Scale Rice,
the grain changer.
Suruh kang plus dulu TV. Alright, Mika.
First and exclusive.
Music fades, but art is for keeps.
Dominic Toretto, you're about to learn all about fear. Boom!
This is incredible, sick, and it's all ours.
If you can get this team to the Special Olympics finals, you might be ready to be back in the NBA.
First and exclusive, all new on...
Welcome back. In regional news, Benny Wenda, the United Liberation Movement for West Papua president, has called for an international arrest warrant on Prabowo Subianto, the new Indonesian president. Wenda accuses Prabowo of being a dangerous war criminal complicit in genocide in both East Timor and West Papua. According to Wenda, Prabowo, as a general and leader of the Kopassus unit, orchestrated massacres in East Timor, including the 1983 Kraras slaughter and the killing of hundreds by ninja killers in the 1990s. Highlighting the recent brutality in West Papua, Wenda said that over the past half-decade, at least 1,400 Papuans have been killed and more than 100,000 displaced. Wenda urges the international community, including lawyers and parliamentarians, to push for Prabowo's arrest under war crimes legislation. A sculpture commemorating the emotional burden of war and conflict was officially unveiled at the Australian War Memorial today.
Veterans and their families gathered here today for the dedication of the sculpture. Emotional veterans walked among the droplets making up the sculpture, designed to be touched, to be tactile and to represent the trauma of war. The War Memorial consulted with servicemen and women and their families on the design of the sculpture, a departure from the heroic forms and army materiel the memorial is known for. Instead, a more subtle work representing a modern-day condition of service, the visible and invisible scars.
Those who have served and carry not only packs, but anguish, trauma, incessant nightmares, panic attacks, anxiety, depression, post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. Labelled for unseen injuries, when left untreated, they can spread like cancer, consuming the mind, tearing apart relationships and destroying lives.
The Queensland Pearl Marble was chosen for its individuality and inconsistencies, an echo of the varied yet shared experience of war. The sculpture is now on display here at the Australian War Memorial in Canberra.
Israel intensified its bombardment of Rafah in Gaza's south, and over a dozen members of one family were killed in a strike on a home, residents have said as they ruin Palestinian enclaves. Health Ministry announced 29,313 deaths in the war so far. In Jerusalem, Israeli war cabinet cited promising early signs of progress on a new deal to release hostages held by Hamas militants in Gaza amid talks conducted by the United States, Egypt and Qatar to secure a pause in the war. Israel has said it is preparing for a ground assault on Rafah despite mounting international opposition. Rafah reported several Israeli airstrikes and large explosions in the city, as well as naval boats opening fire on beachfront areas. Fiery protests have erupted in Melbourne CBD after the City Council narrowly voted down a motion calling for a ceasefire in the Israel-Gaza war.
Debated a motion calling for a ceasefire in Gaza, and after more than 3 hours and 900 submissions, the Deputy Lord Mayor cast the deciding vote.
Ultimately, my view was that it was going to do more to divide Melburnians than unite them.
Councillor Jamal Hakim, who brought forward the motion, denies the move was divisive.
Our community right here in Melbourne is feeling unheard. They are in pain. They are feeling the atrocities that are happening in Israel and Palestine.
7 Victorian councils have passed their own motions calling for a ceasefire.
We know that after councils pass motions like this, it enables and it emboldens the community to attack the Jewish community.
Some people perhaps should be working in Canberra in the Foreign Affairs Office.
We can chew gum and walk at the same time.
We are absolutely peaceful, and we are parents and healthcare workers who are concerned about the slaughter of Palestinian people.
My focus and the government's focus, and it really should be the focus of all Victorians, is not to drive further division.
A conflict overseas that's continuing to hit close to home.
The Defence Minister admits it'll be a challenge to establish the workforce needed in South Australia for the government's revised shipbuilding program at Osborne.
Their skills at Findon Technical College. Students showing off not just to teachers but to the Defence Minister and Premier. These could be potential future workers at the Osborne Yard to help deliver on the Commonwealth's recommitted plan of continuous naval shipbuilding.
We have funded it. The announcement that we made is separated from all the announcements that we saw under the former government because the money is there.
It's no longer a question about where is the work coming from. It's a question about how we make sure we get the work done.
Which will need thousands of extra workers at the shipyard and in the supply chain. Richard Miles touring the facilities, meeting those already employed on the frigate program. And he concedes finding more people in SA for the projects could be a problem.
And while it is a challenge, I'm confident we can meet the challenge.
Thoughts echoed by the defence industry.
Yes, it's not going to be easy, but there are programs out there. I mean, the South Australian and federal governments have invested in a South Australian skills development program, which is now really taking shape.
I think we need to see the current approach multiplied. We need to see the current approach on steroids, basically. I think the government realised that.
Peter Malinowska says it's his government's responsibility to continue to invest in people.
Back home, Prime Minister James Marape in today's Parliament sitting said Cabinet has decided to review its decision regarding the removal of dependent rebates. Prime Minister Marape made these remarks upon questions posed to him by Northern Governor Gary Joffa.
In March 2022, the government passed an amendment to the Income Tax Act No. 19 of 2022, temporarily increasing the salary and wages and personal income tax-free threshold from 12,500 kina to 17,500 kina per annum. In the 2023 budget sit-in, this tax-free threshold was further increased to 20,000 kina per annum. The Treasurer Ian Lynn Stuckey then announced at the time that this relief was only temporary for a 12-month period ending on 31 December 2023. The government did not indicate whether this threshold would be maintained or revert back as it was labelled as a temporary relief measure. In the 2024 budget, the government took the decision to maintain the tax-free threshold at 20,000 kina per annum or tax-free fortnightly income up to 769 kina on a permanent basis from 1st January 2024 onwards. The only new measure in the budget was the repeal of the dependent rebate. Today, Northern Governor Gary Jufa raised concerns on the removal of dependent rebates. Despite the decision to suspend the removal of these rebates, many organizations are still implementing it.
The dependent rebates allows taxpayers earning an income through formal employment to claim rebates for up to 3 dependents. These are most often their children or their spouse, their parents, but also other dependents that they may be taken care of as their children. As we all know, we have a lot of responsibilities to our extended families. Most Papua New Guinean families are taking care of a lot of dependents besides their own. And these rebates, which range from 60 kina to about 300 kina per fortnight or thereabouts, help these families during these very difficult times.
Prime Minister Marape, in response, said Cabinet has decided to review its decision regarding the removal of dependent rebates.
The Cabinet has decided that we will take a review in this decision in terms of allowing the rebate to be removed. Cabinet's decision stands, and at the moment instruction has gone out to Treasury and IRC to look into withdrawing this bill from our budget bills, budget documents, and in the next sitting of Parliament, appropriate corrective measures will be taken for our budget 2024. This dependency rebate will be then restored back to ensure our taxpayers are not given support in respect to the dependents that they look after.
The Prime Minister promised to review the tax rebate law that was passed during the 2024 budget session. Mary Stella Kelleton, TVWAN News.
The opposition is calling on the police to arrest Prime Minister James Marape in regards to the Paraka saga. Opposition legal brain and MP for Sinesina Yongomol Kerengakua, in a media conference, said police must immediately bring Marape into questioning as he directed the payments of more than 150 million kina to Paraka lawyers when he was the finance minister back in 2012.
The member for Sinesina Yongomol, Kerengakua, is calling on police to investigate further the Paraka saga and arrest those involved in the fraudulent payment of millions of kina into Paraka lawyers. Mr. Kua demanded that police question the Prime Minister also for his involvement, including the alleged directing of payment to the law firm back in 2012 when he was then Minister for Finance.
The last order given by the Supreme Court was in 2017. We are now 7-8 years down the track. What's the police waiting for? My question to this current police commissioner is this. Mr. Manning, you've been there as commissioner for the last 4 years, going into 5 years now. Why is it that the matter of the arrest and charging of the Prime Minister has not taken place yet, whilst on the other hand, the recipient of the 162 million kina, the lawyer, has completed all the procedures and is saving time in jail, and the Deputy Secretary who facilitated it is now going through the steps in court? Why isn't it that, Mr. Manning, you have not arrested the Honourable James Marape for the directions and the orders that he has been given? The public have to be given the assurance that there is one set of laws for our leaders and our people. Our people must not be treated any lower than the leaders. We must all account to the people through the same law.
Kua said Paraka was arrested, charged, tried, convicted, and currently doing time at the Bomana Corrections Facility. He added that 160 million kina was paid out by former Deputy Secretary for Finance Jacob Yafai to Mr. Paraka on the strength of 2 written instructions or directions from then Minister for Finance James Marape.
So we as the opposition, we're demanding on behalf of our people in this country that the police commissioner must step up, be professional about it, and go and arrest the Prime Minister, bring him to the police station, and let him go through the same procedures like everybody else is.
However, the Prime Minister has, in an earlier media statement, denied directing any payment to Paraka lawyers as claimed by Yafai in court. Instead, PM Marape said he directed against the making of the payment to the law firm when he was the finance minister in the O'Neill-led government. The principal owner of the law firm is currently serving 20 years in prison, while Yafai, who was also arrested and charged, is currently being tried in the National Court. Salome Vincent, TV1 News.
And that ends the news segment. Over to you, Mary.
Segment after the break.
Hardware House is more than just a store. It is where quality meets affordability, where culture is proudly celebrated. Spanning 9 provinces, we pride ourselves in offering top-notch customer support and services. We're more than just a store. We're more than a brand. We are Hardware House.
Beauty is my business, but beauty sure is a tough game. Filters are great, but great skin, better. And that's why my skin deserves the best. So I choose self-care, soaps that gently nourish my skin, resulting in a radiant look, made with tropical ingredients. I trust self-care from City Pharmacy, so bring it on! My skin is ready and so am I.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henow, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Want more data for less? Get it now with Digicel's revamped Red Club. Enjoy data bundles from as low as 1 kilo per gigabyte. Plus rollover data, widest coverage, faster speeds, and best reliability. Only with Red Club. Join Digicel's exclusive Red Club today and get loads more data for less. Yes! Data bundles from as low as 1 kilo per gigabyte. Whoa! Join today for as low as 10 kilo weekly to access discounted data bundles and get more data for less. Dial *675# or visit the My Digicel app today. The Red Club, only with Digicel.
How dare you? How dare you?
Family is a mess. We're counting on you to fix it.
Make sure you're not late for dinner.
Buckle up.
We're sending gifts to the Philippines. I'm sending this brand new hairdryer. If it makes your hair look like that, I wouldn't send it.
We should put them both in the box and ship it.
Easter Sunday.
what we just saw. Both men are letting it all hang out. Fury has been rocked. Can one other get the finish? Fury says, bring it.
This is coming down to just digging into your heart, your will.
What a performance. What a moment. What a spectacle.
Thanks for staying with us. The Kumul Petroleum Charity Golf Challenge is set to be hosted in Leh on Friday, March 1st. Hosted for the second time in Leh, the Golf Challenge aims to raise funds for the cancer treatment facility at the Engau Memorial Provincial Hospital.
The Kumul Petroleum Charity Golf Challenge is set to tee off on Friday, the 1st of March. The inaugural Kumul Petroleum Charity Golf Challenge was launched last year, where 368,000 kina was raised to support the cancer treatment facility at the Engau Memorial Provincial Hospital. KPHL said this was at least 100,000 kina more than the Port Moresby Challenge due to the massive support received from the business houses in Morobe Province, including golf clubs in Medang, Ramu, and the Highlands region. In total, 50 Ambrose teams participated in the 2023 challenge. Chairman of the Morobe Provincial Health Authority Board, David Wissink, extended their appreciation to KPHL for their support since the signing of their 15 million kina Memorandum of Understanding in August 2020.
Over that time, there's been a lot of renovations to the cancer facilities. There's still a lot of work to do, but our goal was always to get the old equipment up and operating so that people could receive radiation treatment. I understand that the radiation source should be available by the second week of March.
Wissing said while it would have been beneficial to have the radioactive source for the Cobalt-60 machine in the country sooner, requirements had to be met, especially when it comes to moving radiation materials around the world. These guidelines are set by the International Atomic Energy Agency. Wissink further outlined that from the 368,000 kina that was raised last year, over 298,000 kina was used to buy critical drugs and consumables for the cancer unit, especially chemotherapy drugs. Leh Chamber of Commerce and Industry representative Nellie McClay, whilst thanking KPHL for the partnership, extended a call to business houses to support the cause.
Appeal to all the companies and corporate bodies who are in Leh and Morobe province and wherever you are, come and support this tournament because it's here to help our people. And I think it's important that we all support it to fight cancer.
Camila Guare, TVWAN News, Leh.
Manus Rugby Union has commenced its pre-season tournament with the existing clubs that participated in last year's tournament and a few new clubs. The MRU pre-season tournament kicks off with 12 teams, 4 teams each in the Open Men's, Open Women's and Under-20s divisions. President of MRU Vincent Karawa said Rugby Union has had its fair share of struggles logistically, but with a strong passion for the game, they have managed to deliver successful tournaments since 2022. Meanwhile, Karawa expressed that the MRU has reached out to primary schools, high schools and communities in and around Manus Island to give equal opportunity and the drive for gender equality, as there is a lot of potential in the province. This rugby development program is a step towards developing the sport in the province. The MRU looks in exporting players to the PNG representative side. Head coach of the PNG boxing national team, Mark Keto, has provided an update on his boxers ahead of their scheduled fights in the King of the Ring Challenge in Australia, set to convene in the next 2 weeks. Keto confirmed that of the 4 fighters selected, only 2 fighters, Alan Oika and New Zealand-based female fighter Sheila Yama, will be participating in the event.
The 4 fighters were initially selected to participate in the King of the Ring Challenge, where Alan Oike, Silda Yama, John Ume and Jamie Peng. This challenge will be part of their preparation for the Olympic qualifier. Of the 4, Mark Keto confirmed that Ume and Peng will not be participating in the challenge, as they have personal commitments. Keto said John Ume withdrew from the fight, citing family reasons, while Jamie Peng will not travel with the team because of job commitment, but Oike and Yama will be taking part at the event. Keto said both Oike and Yama fought well at the recent Pacific Games in the Solomon Islands, with Yama winning gold and Oike going down in the semi-finals, and are ready to take the ring in good form. King of the Ring Challenge is one of the preparation events for PNG boxers leading into the Olympic qualifier in May in Thailand. There are a couple of events which is expected to take place before the Thailand fight that Ume and Peng could take part in. Meanwhile, Keto said sponsorship and funding remains a challenge for boxing PNG, both amateur and youth boxers. He urged corporate entities to throw their support for PNG boxers during their travel and games, as this promotes the sport as well as giving them opportunities to showcase their skills and talents at the international level and possibly make a living out from the sport. Keto thanked PNG Sports Foundation, PNG Olympic Committee and others for their continued support and commitment towards boxing PNG over the years. Rex Lita, TV1 Sports.
The SPPNG Hunters pre-season training process concludes this week before the teams turn its focus to what is anticipated to be an exciting 2024 Host Plus Cup season after falling short of a top 8 finish in their 2023. The Hunters will travel to Gladstone, Queensland this weekend for their final pre-season trial match against Central Queensland Capras on Saturday.
Under wet and cold weather conditions here in Port Moresby, the SPPNG Hunters went through the captain's run today unscathed as they look forward to their final trial match against CQ Capras in Gladstone, Queensland this Saturday. Hunters coach Paul Ayton is expected to name a possible strong side as he looks ahead to consolidate his squad for the 2024 Host Plus Cup season. The Hunters are scheduled to take on Wynnum Manly here at the Santos National Football Stadium on the 10th of March.
No, there's a secret. There's a couple of issues. There's a couple of possible, not big injuries, but small injuries and visa. So there's a couple. So we're just waiting to finalise exactly. Definitely could rest a couple if they, if I know they're a certainty. They could definitely rest a couple. But then we've got. There's a couple of, so we've got 2 new centres. Sonny played a little bit last year, but not full time. So there's a lot of new faces as well. So you'd like to get them to stick together as much as possible, just to build a bit of combination and things like that. So.
While he was quite happy with the boys' hit-up against Ipswich, Ayton said they've had a seemingly good week at training building up to the Capras match. He revealed there's a slight change in the spine with Jamie Mavoko out and Joshua Lau in.
Jamie Mavoko has been a little bit unwell, so that's why he missed the last week's, the week before the Ipswich game. He's still a little bit unwell, so he's on the mend. We're making sure he's taken care of. So Josh Lau has been covering for him. Josh Lau and Saki will be partnering.
The camp was again boosted this week with the return of Hunters rookie Dana Moore, Judah Rimbu, after his pre-season stint with the Dolphins. Hard-hitting forward Epel Capinius arrived in Port Moresby today and will remain with the team while he continues his rehab process.
Big boost. He brings a lot of energy, enthusiasm, and as you can see, like he's done since I've ever met him, he's still training. after they should be off the field now, so he still does his extras, and that's the kind of guy he is, and that's why he earned his 2 Dolphin pre-seasons. Yeah, he'll be back soon. Today, right? Yeah, today. He's back today, so I think he was happy to come back. Dolphins are prepared to make sure he's taken care of really well. So thank you to the Dolphins, and we've got probably the best as well here. We've got Hendriella here who can help Mo guys as well for his rehab. He's in with he'll be with the boys, so his morale will be good, and he's good to have around. He's a good leader. He's been with the Hunters for quite some time, and yeah, it'll be good. It'll be a good boost for us to have him just with us and around the club.
Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
PNG Hunters flyer Solawane has vowed to maintain his spot in the team this year after finishing off the 2023 season injury-free. Wane was ruled out of the Host Plus Cup 2022 season after picking up a foot injury against the Townsville Blackhawks. After almost 3 months of grueling pre-season training, the Speed Demon is itching to put his best foot forward and make a statement this season.
In his 4th season running, the Southern Highlander is ready to take his game to the next level, given there's a lot of competition from the new boys this year. While focusing on his own game, Wane is also going out of his way to share his experience and help mentor the young boys who have come on board this year.
This is second phase of our pre-season, and this would be my 4th year with the Hunters. So yeah, I think the new boys are doing pretty good with us. Experienced boys, and they ask a lot of questions, and yeah, I think we're doing better, so we're looking forward for a great season.
Wane said since his debut in 2021, he's developed a lot of skill that comes with experience, while mentally he's more mature in his decision-making and how he approaches his game. Wane is ready to give his best shot and help contribute to the team's overall goal outcome in the new season.
I think for me personally, as coming into the Hunters first season, it was like training and trial for me, but as time goes by, I think I develop my skills and maturity into the game, so yeah, I think I'm doing good. New boys are pretty much competitive, so I think coach wanted them to be, so I think yeah, we're doing good, helping the younger ones, and they always ask questions to learn, so yeah. My goal for this season is like getting little things better first. I think making the team for the first round, and then I think play as many games as I can for this season. Continue to help the forwards, continue to help the team.
On this weekend's trial match against Capra's, Wane is looking forward to come up against the PNG boys in the Capra outfit, which is always tough.
Looking forward to it, there's few PNG boys over there too, so it's always a tough match against the Capra, so yeah, really looking forward to it.
Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
And that ends the sports segment. Back to you, Carol.
Thank you, Mary. Another weather forecast for the main centers for the next 24 hours. Southern regions, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. Port Moresby, cloudy with some showers. Momase, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. Lae, cloudy, few showers. New Guinea Islands, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. Kokopo and Rabaul, partly cloudy with few showers possible. Highlands, scattered showers and thunderstorms. All Highland centers, some showers with possible thunderstorms. Ocean forecast. Coral Sea, seas slight to moderate with west to northwest winds of 10 to 20 knots. Solomon Sea, seas slight to moderate with patches of rough, west to northwest winds of 10 to 20 knots, reaching 25 to 33 knots over the western sector are expected. Coastal waters forecast. Waters of southern PNG and Indonesian border to Daru to Kiwai Islands, to Kerema to Yule Island and to Hood Point to Samarai Islands. Seas 1 to 2 meters, rising to 2.5 meters along warning areas. Waters of Finschhafen through Vitius Strait to Siasi and Long Islands. Waters of West New Britain to East New Britain to New Island. Seas 1 to 2 meters, rising to 2.5 to 3 meters along warning areas. And that wraps up another edition of TV1 News. Thanks for your company. Have a safe evening. Bye for now.
The TV1 News was proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.